Hi, my name is David Schneor, and for the past few years, I've been a Bible lecturer at several colleges in Israel. In addition, one of my hobbies is gardening, and part of today's lecture is based on combining research and gardening work. What do we know about outdoor study? Field trip and outdoor learning are known to have many benefits. They improve students' engagement, deepen learning, and support the development of social skills. However, they also involve some challenges. Let's share the PowerPoint. They have high costs, transportation, insurance, security. You're losing a full of the day school, including lost study of hours in other subjects, math, art, sports, and much more. And one, maybe the more significant thing is learning that doesn't leave its mark over time. There may be significant learning in a museum or in the nature, but the big question is how much of the learning experience will remain for a long time. The solution proposed here includes a response to these problems. If you do the outdoor activity in the schoolyard, you have a lot of benefits. It saves money. Going out of activities only for a short time during the learning day, and changing the schoolyard with the help of students improves the classroom climate for a long period of time. We can imagine yourself, for example, that students that come in every single day back to school and see what they did, they remember the process and the study and everything else. Now let's talk a little bit about Bible. The modern time in which we live is very different culturally from the concept of biblical reality, constructions, agriculture, geography, and more. I think that one of the most common areas of realism is related to hundreds of biblical plants, which are not only for practical use, food, medicine, shade, and constructions, but also for metaphors and prophecy. If we can get to know and identify the plans of the Bible, we can better understand the biblical stories. And now I'll give you some examples from my experience. Why does the Bible mention sitting under a grapevine or fig tree? What is the symbolic meaning of kikayon plant in the story of the Yonah, the prophet Yonah? You remember the story probably that it was a very hot day and God gave Yonah to be under the shade of the Kikayon. What is the meaning of this tree? If we know, if we can recognize and identify this tree today. What is the meaning of image of the land flowing with milk and honey? Well, what's the meaning of that? For example, if you think today you're going to airport in Israel and you see milk and honey coming from the walls. I mean, what is the meaning of all these plants and all these symbols? In the limited time we have, I wanted to share a story that happened to me with students during a Bible study. While teaching Judges chapters 4 on a hot summer day, I took my students to sit under a tall date palm tree in the schoolyard. That's it. After 2 minutes, the students asked me if it's possible to find another tree with more shade. Instead of moving, I use the moment of explore the biblical meaning. The date palm tree has no shade and its fruit is not accessible and it's not even comfortable to lean on the trunk of the tree because of the thorns. From this we have come to the conclusion that the name of the tree that was written in the Bible is not about describing personal comfort, but rather the opposite. The judge Dvorah was looking for a place that was familiar enough to the people of Israel so that everyone can come to her, and therefore she chose a main road and tall date tree that is not very common in this area. She sat under the palm of Devorah between Ramah and Bethel. This is two places in Israel. In the hill country of Ephraim, Ephraim is one of the Israel tribe, and the Israelis come up to her for judgment. And now we come to the final stage of lecture. In conclusion, we suggest finding which biblical plants can be suitable for your school garden in terms of seasons and the heat or cold. With the help of students, you can build paths and write signs with information about the plants, about the period, about the names, and everything else. Of course, the benefits of outdoor learning should be used, such as a development leadership, taking responsibility, teamwork, and much more. You can find many websites online that describe the construction process and how to design the garden. And in this picture, in the last slide of the PowerPoint, you can see also kindergarten, how they plant tree and how they look at the process of giving water and the mud, and they don't afraid to touch the mud. And you see all the ants and everything else in the nature. In another picture, you can see students that study to be Bible teachers, and instead to talk about this theory, I teach them how to build, how to find the best plants to be in this area, in this school. And in this way, the students have enough experience not only to talk, but also to touch, to smell, to plant all the trees. And I hope that everybody else can take the experience from this lecture, not only for Bible, but also to use the schoolyard for others studies. Thank you very much.